Yo, this is Citano plays Seiken Densetsu 3. Last time we got access to the Mirage Palace as we found the Death Jester. We took revenge against him and we beat him. Then we got into the Mirage Palace, we found out how this whole place works, and we beat one of the 3 recycled bosses. Now we're gonna progress further into the Mirage Palace by lighting all the remaining orbs so we can progress north and find Heat and see if we can either save him from what he just did in the past, or if we have to do the sad but necessary thing and take him out of his misery. We're now heading to the northeastern orb direction. You see that we want to go up here, but the place is locked. That is because there are enemies here we need to defeat. So go on the far right, there's stairs up here. On top here there are enemies to fight. So you want to defeat these. The sabers will always buff themselves with an elemental affinity. They will actually go stab us away. And just heal if you need to. It shouldn't be very dangerous. There we go. And you press this button and the stairs are open. Now we can do the puzzle in the northeastern part. We did ourselves before, we never know what we're gonna face, so let's just do that. Let's go inside. Oh, you see where we are now. This is basically Castle Roland with the stairs. So you have to fight some more enemies to proceed. You can actually go through here if you don't want to fight, but you might as well. Crazy! Down that one goes. The other one goes. Basically, you just need to progress upwards here and to continue. You just might as well just do it right now if you want to. More stairs. Enemies up in the stairs. Might as well just go straight through if we're allowed to do that. Come on, Carly. Go up the stairs, please. Go! Man. We go up here. We're in the same room. You might be wondering, is this like a trick? Well, yeah it is, but that's part of the puzzle. So in order to do this puzzle, you just have to keep on moving forward. Eventually you'll see something. And then it's also about you knowing what to do. It's Heat! Heat! He runs away. Okay, what are you doing? He wants us to follow him. Now, remember this place is a mirage. We should not follow him. So instead of following him, I'm just gonna go further north. And then we're back in a new place. In the sound place. A lot of people might be confused about this very puzzle, because you might think that you should follow Heat, but that's just the whole point. In order to proceed here, you actually have to just keep on going north. And even though Heat is, you want to follow Heat and follow him and see if you think about fighting him or something, the whole thing about this puzzle is actually to go against his direction. You're not supposed to be feeling that you have to follow him, you just instead just go the other direction and head north. That is how you cleared that puzzle. So that is, we filled up another orb. We have actually filled up more orbs than we have not filled up yet. We're gonna go clockwise, anti-clockwise, so we're gonna go to the northwest one. But this one is actually... this one has no real entrance. We can fight these enemies and see what happens. Let's just throw out a spell here. We learned a new spell since last time, Double Spell. Let's see what it will do against these enemies. Thunder, lava, ice. Yeah, that's everything. Crazy! And a heal, of course. Screw that one. Guess I can't heal myself now. Now I'm actually in trouble here. I've been taking a lot of damage now, so I need to be careful here. Just gonna heal myself just in case something happens. What happened now is that both of them did that breath thing, so that made a lot of damage to all three of us. But Carly survived, luckily. I'm just gonna use a couple of wish here, cause yeah, might as well. Just in case. There we go. And the path opens up. So often, if you are stuck on somewhere, you wanna wonder where you are supposed to go. You simply just need to fight the enemies. Often when you fight all the enemies, a path will open up and you can proceed. So let's go inside here. Yeah. In here is the one for Mirage for northwest. You're stuck through. A house? Okay, where are we now? Whoa, this is creepy. We're back in Astoria. The ruins of Astoria, that place that were destroyed by the beastmen, and there are ghosts here. You hear the music as well. See, the place has been locked out. But there are people here, there are ghosts here. This is very, very creepy. Very, very creepy indeed. None of the buildings you can enter here because they're all in ruins, except the one you came from. The everyone you talk to here doesn't say anything. They are basically just wandering ghosts. But there's one of the ghosts that you want to find though. This one. In order to activate the thing to do, you have to talk to all of the ghosts. You won't say anything, you just need to talk to them once. After you talk to all of the ghosts once, you can just simply go and go back to that merchant on the top left corner. Or just do it like that. You heard a sound, that means that something has been triggered. Let's go back to the house we came from. Oh, the merchant is there. We're trapped. Not good. A ghost. Oh, a 52. I think this is the highest level regular enemy in the game. No danger though. Regular enemy, level 52, but no danger. Let's see what will happen now. We're back again. If you go up here, you come up to the places above here. This is basically connected to the northeastern orb location. But we have cleared up here now. You can now just simply go out and go away. As you can see, the northwestern orb has been lit, and we can move on. So let's head northwest. A dragon zombie awaits us. Many of them here. Just beware of his breath attack. Does a lot of damage and silences everyone in the team. Just be careful for that. Just stand above 200 health. You'll still be good. But be careful though if both of them do it at the same time, like it happened earlier. Both of them did it at the same time, and I got spanked. One thing good about Necromancer though is that it can only heal one target at a time. So I want to spam one of them. And now we're just going to spam the dragon zombie. There's the breath. Necromancer goes down. Breath on 2 of us. And victory. We should heal up to be ready. Whatever's gonna come. So let's enter here. And we enter the Mirage of the Western Orb. This is familiar. This is like it's almost reminds one of the rooms in the Moonriding Tower. Except that this place has a bit different layout. You have 2 doors to choose. So you have to choose which one to go through. And the one you choose depending on what enemies you'll get. So finish off this enemy. And we can move on. Let's just heal in case something happens. And then we move upwards. Let's take the right one first. New enemies. Now there's no way going back. Now we have 3 doors. I'm actually going to try to nuke down this annoying Necromancer. So I'll do the double spell and... double spell, and I will do actually a ghost, I think. Double spell, here we go. Thunder, fire, and ice. That should do some damage. Now we're just gonna keep spam healing. But let's just see the ghost in action. That's pretty scary. Quite damaging as well. Or not as damaging, but it's fine. Basically, if you have Carly in your group and you already have a good healer, for example, or you feel like Carly is just too weak offensively, that's where you should go dark on Carly. If you really need more defensive power support, Carly is very good. Just be careful though if you go light on Carly. I would advise you strongly never go Sage. Sage is such a shit class for Carly. Bishop is very good, but Sage sucks. At least that's in my opinion. I think Sage is really crap. But the Bishop is really strong. Bishop is the ultimate light class for Carly. It's good damage, and it can learn the Saint Saber, which is very good in storyline B. So light class Duran, light class Carly is good if you play Carly or Kevin as main characters. Crazy! Okay, so only 1 door this time. Now we want to heal, because we're going to have a fight next. Yeah. We have fought 1 recycle boss before. We're gonna fight another recycle boss again. And if you've seen the layout, you might actually know what boss we're gonna fight. We fought this boss in the Castle of Roland. Welcome back, Genova. You do the same thing here as well. So just like we do with the other bosses, you give yourselves boosts of stats, and you go Carly's way and toss out Black Curse on Genova. Boost yourself, boost yourself, and just take the stats down on Genova. And just keep on pummeling. The enemies here are actually decently leveled. Unlike the Gildravine, these enemies actually are proper level, but they shouldn't really be a problem to you. So you see, I'm already hitting hard here. These shapeshifters have extremely low defense. They have decent health actually for their low defense, but you should take them down pretty quickly. Okay, now he's powering up himself and his allies. No problem for us though. Get speed up. And last we're going to get ourselves mind up, but now he's in spam form. He's just gonna spam spells on us. Spamming menu button and nothing is happening. There we go. It's just basically can't. If a boss or one of you are trying to charge up a spell, you won't be able to cast. But I think it's a bit crap thing, but I guess that's maybe about technical difficulties for the Super Nintendo, not about the limitations of or basically bad programming of the game. They actually think they had to do this. Crazy! Shapeshifter, that's a bit crap, but oh well. So just gonna keep on nuking. Just keep on spamming traps, it spams fireballs. Just heal if you go low, but this fight is really easy. Almost 900 damage for that one for these, that's really good. Trap doesn't really do much damage. Spiral Rod. Wow. So on this one reason I really love to play as the Grand Divina, as the light class for Angela. It's just, you can do a lot of damage with double spell at the same time. She does pretty good physical damage as well. And it's very important that those do well together, because she has very weak physical powers. And that's it. Not really much of a fight for Genova here, but just as a Gildravine, we have to beat it to progress in this game. We have now beaten 2 recycled bosses, we have 1 recycled boss left to fight, as well as Heat. And the sound plays, and we can progress. Now we go level 45, we've been leveling quite nice here. I can't increase intelligence more, so I'll just instead buff agility actually, because it's nice to be able to hit your moves as well, not just stand there and not be able to do anything at all. Can't increase strength agility with Lise, so I'm going to buff up the intelligence instead to increase her magical defense. Alright, so far so good. We have 1 orb left to go, that is the bottom left orb. Once I'm done that orb, I will call it for this part, so I won't be able to do both the recycled bosses here, but no worries. After that, next time we will be heading north, we will fight the last recycled boss and we will fight Heat. But I'll see though. At least we are in 18 minutes in the video, so it depends. Maybe we can start at least in this upper place, but I don't think we'll have the time to do it. But let us see what awaits us in the final direction. Southwest. Remember though, of course, that this is the direction that I am doing. You can start southwest and go east and northwest and so on. You can do that order whatever you want. You just have to take all of them in order to proceed. Ah, this one. This is a bit of a puzzle. Basically, in this place is that every time you head south... Oh, never mind. I was actually wrong. You have to go to the left first. But once you go to the left, every time you head further into the dungeon, the exit will be locked. And the only way to unlock it is to beat the enemies. You actually want to go as down south as you can. Then you want to fight your way up. So in my opinion, you shouldn't really focus on the enemies in the start, you just want to head further down. This place reminds you of either Cleft of the Earth or also Roland in the Wind Corridor. You see the upstairs place is closed, that is because in order to open it up you have to defeat the enemies. If you defeat the enemies, I think the door to the south will be closed as well. Just keep heading south. Don't need to fight the enemies here, we want to actually go as far south as we can. We're trapped here, but that's fine. I'm just gonna leash up a power-up actually here, just to make sure that we are fine. Because I really hate this Necromancer. There we go. Should be pretty good damage now. Yeah, Carl is hitting in the 140s. Just want to force Necromancer down as soon as we can. There we go, it's down. Then we can easily focus on the remaining 2. Just be careful of the dragon zombie and his breath. Down he goes. Okay, so I took one sudden step too far. Just want to go up again. And this time you actually want to go and head east and then go down. Then you're just going to head south here as well. Remember, don't need to fight the enemies here, because the southern staircase will be locked. Now this is what we want to do. From within the box, a calamity was unleashed, but at the bottom there was a ray of light. And now the mirage has been unlocked. But now we have to get out of here. And remember, only way to get out of here is to fight the monsters. Now we have to fight every monster on our way up to get out of this place to head back to the middle. Now when we have gotten back again, we should be able to head north into the Mirage, more further into the Mirage Palace. But so far this is looking pretty good for us, so we'll see how much time we'll have with fighting enemies. I don't think I'll be having much time, but at least we can head north and then call it the east. Just gonna beat these enemies with these cool spells. Down they all go. You heard the sound was played. Now see, the southern staircase is now no longer able to go, but you can now go north instead. Same goes here now. For example, the northern staircase here is closed. You can't enter. In order to go up here, you need to defeat the enemies. So it's a bit of a gauntlet here. So when you come here, don't fight any enemies at all. Just go south until you get to this room, then you head to the right and south. And then when you want to go back, you fight all the enemies because you want to unlock the staircases. Crazy! Yeah! And level 45 for Carly. I'm a bit behind on Carly in the leveling, so that's fine. Now let's get her jewelry up because it's very low. Crazy! Pretty good damage, actually. Golden Star. It's pretty hard. Even though the Starlight's not her physically strongest class, it's still, I would say, one of the best classes in the game. Because stat-ups on all party members, who wouldn't want that? One of the reasons why when you see on Game Facts, for example, or other places where people talk about what is the ultimate best party, best classes setup in the game. And people actually would have said some different setups, but almost every one of them will have at least a Star Lancer. Just having multi-target setups is such an important thing. You don't need multi-target stat downs, so Fenrir Knight, the dark class, ultimate dark class for Elise that gives multi-target stat downs, is not really as powerful as Star Lancer, because most of the times when you fight enemies, you only fight one. So Carly, for example, can do the job for that. Just give one black curse, and the target has all stat downs instantly, and Elise can buff the whole party with stat ups, and you see how strong I am against bosses. That even Sablefar was taken down very quickly, almost as fast as Group A, that is just a super heavy physical group that can just do so much damage. I mean, Kevin was hitting in the 300s, double hitting. And even so, Angela can still cast spells up in the 800s, and everyone else can fight really high. Crazy! Good to get some XP. Level 45, so that's pretty cool. Some people actually asked me, what is the highest level you can get in Seiken Densetsu 3? The highest level you can get is level 50. That's the level cap. But you don't really need to go 50. You can easily do all the bosses at like 43, 44. Being higher than that is just a bonus. It all depends on what people you have in your group. Remember that every time that you gain levels after class changing, you have to learn more spells. And some as well learn other spells. Now we see here, the statue is lit up, we talk to a statue, and the path opens up in the north. That also clears up the northern orb. So now we're done with the first part of Mirage Palace. Luckily the other part is much smaller, but it's still very important. So now we can head north. We fight new enemies. These enemies are the same enemies, 44. Let's just head north and we head into a new Mirage. This one. This is a bit of a gauntlet as well. This reminds me of a room in Seiken when you were fighting the finding Luna in the Moon Palace. We have to find the orb to go through. It's kind of the same thing here. Double spell these enemies because I really hate the dragon zombies. Might as well just do as much damage I can to them as I can. I'm just gonna do a heal just to be safe. Here's the first one, did a breath now. Silence Angela, but I actually managed to heal in time. The breath is so dangerous. And here comes another dragon zombie. See the damage it does now? It's getting a bit ridiculous. Let's just use a puppy grass on myself. And then we're going to throw a heal to us. There we go. It's kind of a gauntlet. You just have to defeat fighting enemies over and over and over again. Just keep fighting them. You might actually want to throw stat-ups here because you might fight a lot of them. The longer fight it takes, the more important it is to take stat-ups to buff up the whole group. Okay, cure poison. Even though all of his attacks do poison, but long fights, annoying fights. So we didn't clear up everything, that means we have more fights to fight. Let's do Tinkle Rain. And might as well just also do a stat up. Let's just do power up just to be safe. And do one healing as well. Power up. All of us. There we go. Two necromancers. This is a pain in the ass because they will just keep spam healing each other. So that's why you want to have a party member who can silence these enemies, then it'll be very good. This can be quite a painful fight. I'm just going to summon a Marduk. Let's just see the power of Marduk here. This will just keep on spam healing each other. I beat one of them actually. Spell Rod. Yeah, that's fine. Here comes Marduk. This is the summon for Star Lancer. And it silences as well. This is really great, because now you can fight Necromancer without being afraid of taking it forever. We fight more enemies. More dragon zombies, they're pretty annoying. No need to cure poison, you will just getting it reapplied. You need to go fighting them. Remember to heal if you go low here, because of their breath is really devastating. And then throw away your crazy! Yeah! Boom, down it goes. And we're still not done yet. This is a gauntlet. It's like a test. If you're ready to proceed into the next part of Mirage Palace. When we're done with this gauntlet, I'll call it for this part, and we will take everything else in the next one. A Necromancer. Okay, it won't heal its friend instead. It's gonna probably heal itself. But it's dead before we can do something. There goes the saber. We're still not done yet. This is only one Necromancer, that's fine. Heal light as well. We're just gonna skip spam healing. That one's just gonna put on a dark saber. That one as well. Crazy! The spell rod. And there we go. So it was a bit of a gauntlet. And the Mirage is cleared. Got a dart, which is a bit useless, but oh well, item is item. And here we are. This is the actual Mirage Palace. It's the Grand Mirage Palace. If you just go up here in the north here, you will arrive at the save point. Headless statue, of course, because, yeah. Mana Goddess isn't really liked about these people, so... Just gonna heal, and we're gonna save. So that is it for this part. Next time we will fight the last recycled boss, and we'll fight Heat as well. If you have any feedback on my Let's Play and want to discuss this game, then leave a comment below this video. If you want to be notified when I upload more parts and other stuff on my channel, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Very appreciate it if you do. With that, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.